All right, Tyson Fury calls out Francis Ngannou for uh, his purse that was reportedly revealed out to the public, which is crazy that boxers and athlete purses are reported and made public. Which I think I agree that with Andre Ward, excuse me, they shouldn't be public. Let's talk about it. Check out the heavyweight boxing playlist, boxing news playlist, and MMA playlist. Right. So apparently his purse. Obviously, we know the commissioners report the purses, and we know that Francis Ngannou had beef with Dana White, and that's why Dana White didn't put the belt around him. People said, "Well, the fight was boring, this, that, and the third," and I actually enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? I know knockout sale. It wasn't his fault that his opponent was good defensively and awkward. Awkward fighters give people offensive fighters like him a problem. He switched it up, but they always want to make it seem like black athletes are the only one that's boring when they fight each other, and then the ones that's a surefire hit. They don't even want to put them on. They don't even want to make them damn fights. But I said it is what it is, man. But you know, he made 600,000. This man made 600,000. You know, in the UFC title fight, his opponent made 500,000. So his opponent was an interim champion, so it's kind of like an undisputed kind of unification for them. You know, and this is what they make in the UFC. And Dana White refused to even give them a bump in pay. You know, and it's sad. Tyson Fury fought in a good title fight. He made 30. Okay, maybe that fight wasn't to the what maybe that fight wasn't to the magnitude of this fight. All right. But damn, if the UFC telling the truth about their numbers, they couldn't get this dude $3 million. It's called greed. It's called greed. It's called greed. Excuse me. It's called greed. And this is where we at in MMA. At one point, boxing probably went through this as well too. MMA, UFC is so young. MMA is so young. And at the end of the day, if Dana White jumped in front of this, like we jump in front of most of our problems, which we always don't, I'm guilty of that too. Probably be a lot cheaper. Just restructure this contract. Then you feel like you got to restructure this guy contract. I feel him. Just raise the pay scales. Get these dudes, training camp money. Let's give us some money, 50K for training camp for Dana White. How many fighters the UFC got? You get 50K if you a champion for training camp. You get 25K if you're a top 10 contender. If you fighting for a title, I'll give you 35K for training camp. Or something like that. If you outside the 15, you get 10 or 15K for training camp. You know what I'm saying? What's up with that? This is the point. And they talking about at a time it was saying that Chris was the only one to have the ovaries or aka the balls to switch over and do a real martial arts. But at this price, why would I even move over to work with Dana White? You know what I'm saying? I'm making 4, 3, 10, 20, $1 million, and I don't even never touch the belt. I ain't even fighting the championship fights. You got guys making $1 million. Why would I? Why would I? Why would I? You know. And now, if you Ngannou, and then you got Tyson Fury in boxing world making fun of you. Now you a joke. Now you a joke. It's sad. But they said boxing first revealed Saturday night that Ngannou made a minimum purse of 600K for a fight with fellow Frenchman Cyril Gane, who made 500,000. Reported purses do not include any bonuses or pay per view. So We get pay-per-view back in or bonuses. I don't know. So then Dana White didn't put the belt around his. I talked about that. Dana White didn't put the belt around his waist. He didn't show up to the press conference, and the Ngannou had to find out he showed up to the press conference at the press conference. But you know why it is because he don't want to pay him. He also said he wanted to put boxing in his contract, a crossover fight. And Ngannou has a lot of people don't know this. Ngannou has a boxing background, but here you have Tyson Fury saying congratulations to Francis Ngannou. But if you want to make some real money, come see me. Come see the Gypsy King. He right. But he's still in his contract for one more year with the UFC. It gets extended because he's the UFC champion. He won. So he said he wouldn't wait that whole year not fighting to get out that contract. You know, and it's to the point where it's very sad. He said, you know, I heard somebody say he said he had to borrow money for training camp. So Dana White's so mad about paying these guys. He tired of media members asking about it. Then he lied and said the fighters really don't know what you're making. They making more money. They happy making money. But every time you hear somebody say, I didn't have money to spar, I had to borrow money from my family. You know, either it's one or two things. Either they that greedy, which corporate America is very greedy, or they not doing the numbers they say they're doing. Or a third one, they owe somebody, and the majority of that money going to somebody they owe. But I don't think that's the case. They building UFCs, little, you know, gyms everywhere, and that's how they finding all this talent around the world. So I think it's greed. You know, they own them, they license every fighter, so that, you know, so they could do a video game. They have all the fighters licensed. You know, and that 600K, let's say he did with bonuses, he made $1 million. He got to pay the cut man. He got 2 trainers. He got to pay California's taxes. He probably walk away with 250K if he lucky. Which, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we all let them make 250K for 8 to 12 weeks of work plus training camp and then the actual fight. We all would, and then do it again in 2 or 3 months and make another 250K. But when your boxing peers, like Tyson Fury fight Deontay making 30. You know, you said if I fight, you know, fight Cheryl Gane, damn, I ain't worth at least 5. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worth that. You know? And now you wonder why you want to put a crossover fight in instead of just saying, all right, man, you make 5 now. That's good enough. And big fights, I deem big fights, or we deem big fights, however we deem it. Make sure you get 10. They negotiated with Conor McGregor. Obviously, they had to. By the time Conor McGregor fought Floyd, he was gone from UFC. Ronda Rousey was gone. She had lost. Big loss. John Jones was on this hiatus. They had nobody else to hang on to. Khabib and Conor McGregor brought it all the way back. John Jones came back, helped bring it back. All this controversy stories. The fighters make UFC. And the businessmen make it too. You know, but why would you? But, you know, you could learn mixed martial arts like that. And you can get better and learn. It's not like boxing where I got to learn it at 10 years old, 9 years old. If I learn at 18, 19, it's too late. Francis is still evolving. His nickname should be the Evolution. You heard it here for the Evolution. But, you know, Dana White fight with white fighters over this, black fighters over this. He had to negotiate with McGregor because McGregor was big business. Massive business. Big business. So, without McGregor, this thing probably still don't like kind of take off. But yeah, you know, let me know what you girls and guys think. But, you know, I ain't here to count nobody's pockets. Just seem wild. Me who ain't worth $1, he'll get 250, he'll get $600,000 or more. I'm not criticizing Dana White at all. But compared to the other sportsmen around the world and the type of work that Francis Ngannou do, I think he should be compensated a lot better. It's just my opinion on it. But he refusing to do something that's eventually inevitable. I have to pay up these guys' pay scale. Or you're gonna create your own competitor. You don't want to create your own competitor. He keeps saying it. Oh, go do it yourself. Go build a better business. Go do it yourself. Right? He always saying that. But do we really want that? Do we really want to be forced to have somebody come in throwing money around and finding the gold mine? Somebody from boxing come in there and say, "Yeah, I can do it." So, yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check the heavyweight boxing playlist, boxing news playlist, MMA playlist out for more videos like this. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video post, all my social media subscription. Twitter's the fastest way than Facebook and Instagram. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. I appreciate that. Best way to donate, comment, thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button, the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance of notification. Check out my Detroit channel, can help me out there. Motor City Sports Talk right here on YouTube. That's Motor City Sports Talk. Peace.